वेलकम टू दी IIM Guy कैंपस डायरीज माय डियर फ्रेंड्स। आज मैं जिस कॉलेज में हूँ दिस इज़ कैलकाटाज बेस्ट प्राइवेट MBA कॉलेज। कैलकाटा में MBA कॉलेजेस गवर्नमेंट तो अच्छे हैं बहुत, IIM कैलकाटा है, IFT है, प्राइवेट में नंबर 1 IMI कोलकाता है। IMI कोलकाता का 2022-2024 करेंट बैच का डेटा मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ माय डियर फ्रेंड्स। प्रेजेंट बैच का जो अभी ऑफिशियल नहीं हुआ है, रिलीज़ नहीं हुआ है, क्योंकि मैं आया हूँ आपके लिए कुछ नया। 15 लाख हाईएस्ट सैलरी IMI कोलकाता का एवरेडी ने दिया है। एवरेज सैलरी मीडियम सैलरी 12 के अराउंड होवर कर रहा है, 12 लाख का अभी तक मीडियम चल रहा है। 60% पीपल आर ऑलरेडी प्लेस्ड। यहाँ का फीस हॉस्टल और सब लेके 16 लाख है। अभी क्या है, हॉस्टल कंपलसरी हो गया है। पहले मतलब जो सेकेंड ईयर के बच्चे अभी हैं उनके लिए हॉस्टल कंपलसरी नहीं था। बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं कॉलेज के बारे में, हम इस वीडियो में क्या कवर करेंगे। नंबर 1 प्लेसमेंट कमेटी से बात करेंगे, कैसे बच्चे का बच्चों का प्लेसमेंट होता है, हाउ डज द कमेटी प्रिपेयर स्टूडेंट्स फॉर प्लेसमेंट्स, PPO किनको मिला है, क्या सैलरी मिली है, फाइनल प्लेसमेंट कुछ बच्चों को मिला है, क्या रोल मिला है, एग्जैक्ट सैलरी क्या मिली है कंपनी वाइज, कुछ कंपनीज का मैं आपको बताऊंगा इस वीडियो में, सो स्टे ट्यून। Guys, we have the placement committee of IMI Kolkata. The most important committee of any B school is the placement committee. हम इनसे ये तो पूछेंगे काम कैसे करते हैं ये, but first let's ask about the placement figures of IMI Kolkata. सबसे पहले आप ये बताओ, this is January right now, जब हम शूट कर रहे हैं वीडियो 6 जनवरी। आप ये बताओ अभी कितने % बच्चे प्लेस हो चुके हैं?
As of now, 60% of the batch is placed.
Which is a very good statistic considering the market.
Really good. Yeah. Like out of 209 students, we have placed 123 students.
Okay.
As of now.
Which is great. Yeah. And what percentage of the PPOs have you got up tak?
We got around 10 PPOs this year, and we are aiming for a 20% PPO ratio overall, next year.
Okay. Yeah. Could you talk about the high salary, average salary up tak ka this year ka?
Okay. Our average salary is around 12. Our highest we have touched down with Everedy, which is of 15 LPA.
Okay. Guys, we'll talk to the student who's got the highest placement. It's a good marketing role. इनसे भी हम बात करेंगे, आपको दिखेगा इंटरव्यू में। ग्रेट नंबर्स, हार्ड वर्क भी आपने किया है। अभी तो सब कह रहे हैं कि बहुत हार्ड टाइम, टफ टाइम्स चल रहा है। यू गाइस आर फ्रॉम द प्लेसमेंट कमेटी। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल कुड यू टेल अस व्हाट डज द प्लेसमेंट कमेटी डू? आपने क्या किया, कैसे काम किया टू गेट सच नंबर्स अब तक एट IMI कोलकाता?
I think we hold meetings every day and we talk to the
every
batch.
Day, yeah.
We talk to the batch.
कितनी बड़ी साइज है प्लेसमेंट कमेटी, कितने लोग हैं?
So 12 is from junior placement committee and 10 is from senior placement committee.
For a batch of 390 you have 22.
We have board infinity for first year.
अच्छा, nice.
And career curve for second year. So they train the students for interviews.
इनका पूरा साल भर चलता है ट्रेनिंग?
हाँ, साल भर चलता है इनका।
From the very start of the basically curriculum, we have partnered with British Council for improving the communication of students. So they are of course placed.
How does they do? Do they do interviews, mock interviews?
No, they basically their work is to get enhanced knowledge of English to students so that communication is improved gradually with time. Like he has just mentioned, we have partnered with Career Curve and Board Infinity. There from Career Curve and Board Infinity we get a very right skill on how to perform for GDs, PIs, interviews, so that a student is basically in our case what we saw, a lot of students was very much anxious when you are facing an interviewer, because most of the batch of students here was freshers. So we had to groom them in a certain way so that it becomes easy for them. They become more confident. For that, not only Career Curve and Board Infinity, but also from the teachers. The whole faculty gets involved in the placement process here. We do a basically demo thing before an interview, how to answer the technicalities from a company's end. We all sit down together with the faculties, with Career Curve, so that we can basically design a model for each and every student. That's how we do it.
So you guys, you can see what he's saying. सिर्फ प्लेसमेंट कमेटी नहीं, प्लेसमेंट कमेटी के अलावा और भी वेंडर्स हैं, कंपनीज हैं। बोर्ड इन्फिनिटी बोला इन्होंने, और भी 2 कंपनीज का नाम लिया जो प्लेस कराती है। फैकल्टी खुद हेल्प करती है, मतलब प्रिपरेशन कराने के लिए। इतने लोग मिलकर आपको IMI कोलकाता में प्लेसमेंट में हेल्प करते हैं, जिससे बच्चे भी ग्रूम हो, एंड आई एम श्योर कंपनीज भी और आए। which is why you've been able to achieve 60% placements already in January, March तक शायद चलेगा.
Yes, yes.
Session में आराम से I'm sure you'll get 100% placements. Could you talk about the roles?
Controls Advisory Associate, Cyber Risk Advisory Associate, SaaS Associate,
कुछ कंपनीज के नाम भी बता दो.
Everready,
के अलावा. हाँ.
Deloitte, PwC, Berkadia, ICICI Bank,
Perfect.
GOBP.
And you get roles all across the spectrum, marketing, finance, sales.
Yeah, all across the
HR
spectrum.
के भी roles आते हैं.
HR के भी roles आते हैं.
Aditya Birla came
Okay,
for HR.
HR.
First Source came for HR.
Okay. So a few companies came for HR as well.
First was also came for analytics as well.
Okay. Okay.
Operations we have IFCO. So it's a pretty good number for all the domains.
And how are the placements, like locations क्या होता है आपके all across India होता है?
Pan India. Students are placed pan India from basically the main sectors. Be it Gurgaon, Pune, Hyderabad, Bangalore.
All
everywhere our students are placed. So.
Tell me one more thing. You guys are from the placement committee. I'm sure you guys will be able to place students until March. But suppose if someone is left, so will you be working for them even after session is over? How does it work?
Of course, we'll do so. Of course, we'll do so. Yeah, that's a scenario basically
Sure.
that unfortunately it can.
So you
arise
work
something
until
like
everyone is placed. That's
we
your.
work until everyone is placed.
You will release a report and then you will.
We'll even if there is 4 students left, we'll fetch companies for them. So we work 24 hours basically, so that and now our workload has basically increased. So yeah,
2 hours a day and it has increased. Yeah.
2 hours. We
Try.
formally we sit down like 2 hours.
But there's more.
But if you see. Every time, all throughout, we are involved in placements.
But what kind of work you do? For example, you said that all these vendors do some work. आप क्या काम करते हो इस 2-3 घंटे में?
For us,
Like you call companies. How's your work look like?
starting from the students' perspective, we also are involved in preparing the students. We also are preparing the students to get them the right knowledge, get them how to basically design yourself so that you can basically excel in all these areas. And the most important work, 2 important core areas we function basically is for outreach. One is outreach, onboarding companies on campus, coordinating the whole processes, maintaining relationship with this
Key account management.
yeah, you can say that. Maintaining relationship with these companies
And also managing them when they're on campus.
yeah,
That
true.
is the operations part.
Yeah.
That is the operations part. But mainly we outreach for companies.
Perfect.
We go to basically we are the sales people of this college.
Thank you so much for these lovely answers. आपने बहुत सारे अच्छे पॉइंट्स बताए जो हम जनरली कवर नहीं करते हैं. कैसे आप प्रिपेयर कराते हो बच्चों को, कैसे और वेंडर्स है जो बोर्ड इन्फिनिटी लोग भी, आई एम श्योर वो मेंटर से कनेक्ट कराती है, कैसे वो जीडीपी का प्रिपेयर कराती है. दे हैव मेंटर्स हु ट्रेन स्टूडेंट्स.
Yeah, they have mentors. They have personnel basically from across the field.
Understood.
Who prepares the student for GDP.
Understood.
Everything.
Perfect. We will now talk to students जिनको प्री प्लेसमेंट ऑफर मिला है. उन्होंने बताया कि अभी तक 10 बच्चों को प्री प्लेसमेंट ऑफर मिल चुका है. हम कुछ बच्चों से बात करेंगे जिनको प्री प्लेसमेंट ऑफर मिला है. फिर हम उन लोगों से भी बात करेंगे जिनको फाइनल प्लेसमेंट मिला है एवर रेडी से, who's got the highest placement, and we'll cover all of this. Guys, I now have students who received pre-placement offers already in the month of January from prestigious organizations. हम सब कुछ पूछेंगे जैसा मैंने आपको बताया था. We'll talk about the rules, कैसे इनको PPO मिला, सैलरी भी हम पूछेंगे. First of all, congratulations that you've received your PPOs. आपको कौन से कंपनी से pre-placement?
RP संजीव गोयनका ग्रुप.
Okay, क्या सैलरी है आपकी?
11.5 lakhs per annum.
And क्या रोल है exactly, मतलब किस फील्ड में है?
Yeah, my work is in investor relation department.
So finance.
Yes, in finance, and my position is senior executive.
Okay, and आपको pre-placement offer कहाँ से मिला है?
I have worked with ICICI Bank, which is where I got the PPO from, and I was initially working with the working capital loan department, and my role was basically to increase the client base by figuring out the top players in Kolkata tea industry. So I did manage to in fact do that in those 2 months that I worked over there.
So your internship was in Calcutta only?
Yeah, that is.
So in a way from a bank which is also in the finance sector, yours is a finance role only?
Yeah, finance.
Perfect.
Finance role.
Could you, now I want to go more delve deep into this role. You very prestigious organization, good salary. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल could you explain to the viewers कि investor relations और ये जो बोलते हैं finance का बहुत निश वाला पार्ट है. What was this role about? आपको क्या प्रोजेक्ट था, आप किसको रिपोर्ट करते थे समर प्लेसमेंट्स में, एंड आपके साथ प्री प्लेसमेंट ऑफर के लिए जब मतलब समर इंटर्नशिप के लिए जब लोग आए थे, विच कॉलेजेस वर देयर फ्रॉम and how did you get this PPO? सब कुछ अगर आप
Okay, so as you know, investor relation means we have certain base of investor. We need to like they will have multiple query. So हमको उनको जो भी डाउट है बिजनेस को लेके वो हम लोगों को क्लियर करना रहता है. तो इसीलिए like one of their business in power sector, that is CAC. So हम लोगों का काम था कि ये लोग अपना capex लगा के और बिजनेस को बड़ा करना चाहते हैं. तो what we were asked to do.
capex मतलब capital expenditure लगा के business बड़ा
yes,
करना है.
वो करने वाले हैं. As you know, the global power sector is transforming from conventional and renewable. So the company is looking to invest and expand their business. So our task was to find कि कहाँ पे पैसा लगा तो सबसे ज़्यादा प्रॉफिट हो सकता है.
ये प्रोजेक्ट था.
ये हमारा प्रोजेक्ट था, तो इसके ऊपर हमने पूरा समर इंटर्नशिप पर काम किया.
And who were you reporting to? मतलब उनका
I was reporting to Mr. Saket Shah. He is the head of investor relation, and like we did 3 of us did internship there, and I got the PPO.
सारे यहीं के लोग थे इंटर्नशिप की और भी कॉलेज से लोग आए थे?
नहीं, सारे IMI कोलकाता से ही थे.
Okay, understood. How many got a PPO out of 3?
Only me.
You got congratulations, one out of 3.
Thank you so
Great.
much.
And what did you do beyond probably what was needed?
Like my understanding of the business and the financial numbers were very good, so I think that's why they failed like that.
और अब जो रोल मिलेगा आपको वो इसी में मिलेगा?
हाँ, मेरा रोल इसी में है. There will be other responsibility also, which once I join I will get to know.
तो मुझे ये बताओ कि if someone wants to take finance, मतलब finance करना तो बहुत लोग चाहते हैं, और if someone wants to get into this great role in finance, तो उनको कैसे prepare करना चाहिए MBA में भी और आगे भी?
Like that depends on the background. If he is coming from BCom, he has some certain advantage. He is coming from non-BCom background, then he need to get an understanding of basic accounting and all, so that once he get into the class, he don't feel laggard. So that's why I will suggest.
And what was your background?
My background was engineering. I did my BTech from Vellore Institute of Technology, but because of my interest, I started learning parallel with my work, the basic accounting and all. So I didn't feel that uncomfortable.
Have you got your location?
Yeah, location is in Kolkata only.
Oh, great.
Thank you.
Same questions. ICICI Bank is one of the premier recruiters across B schools. अच्छी salary देती भी है वो generally, and assuming your role will be probably relationship management, so a little bit of finance will be there. So what was your role in your summer internship? Who did you report to? What did you do extra to get these people?
My role was basically market research, and I was reporting to the zonal manager, Mr. Piyush Marwa. And right now the roles we haven't been we haven't received the roles for the final placement, but we are about.
But could you speak a little more about your summer internship project? Market research, what project was it, and what tools did you use? Which software did you use? कॉलेज में जो पढ़ा उसका क्या काम आया, वो सब अगर थोड़ा बताओ.
So a lot of things we learned during our MBA we did put to use, like the Excel knowledge we gained over here, that was put to use very much. Even for that matter, Google Suite, that new document thing we have received from Google, that we were using. And the bank had their own software that we were using to identify the client base that they can opt for. So through all of this, we did manage to do the
So your final deliverable was to identify the client base to increase the revenue?
Yeah.
Okay. And आपने मतलब ऐसा क्या किया? For example, if you have to suggest someone to get a PPO from ICICI Bank only, what are the 3-4 things that he should do?
One thing is to have the zeal to learn, and you should be knowing what exactly you are doing. And moreover, if you have the Excel knowledge, you can really succeed in all of it.
तो Excel और स्टैटिस्टिक्स का काम आया था आपको? मैं पढ़ाई लिखा के समझना चाहता हूँ.
Statistics मैं बोलूँगी since it was a research work, not much of it was used, but yes, definitely some of it was needed.
Okay.
So if you have the basic knowledge of it, you'll be able to get a PPO definitely.
Understood. And so how is the last project presentation? एक PPT होता है which you present
Yes.
to? Okay.
So that was pretty good from the end of the managers, because the feedback was pretty good. So I'll say if you know your content well, you'll be able to deliver.
Which month did you got your PPO result?
I got it in the month of August or September.
And which month did you got to know about?
I also got my placement PPO on month of August.
So दोस्तों जिनको नहीं पता है उनके लिए ये है कि you complete your summer internship in April and May.
Yeah, on May.
And why summer internship is very important कि इन्होंने जो summer internship किया, you've got a PPO, so the role will be same. Now you cannot change it in final placements.
No.
So ideally you should take that role which you are passionate about, तभी आप अच्छा perform करोगे. And you get to know in August, September only. So that's how the process is. A lot of times आपका second day का result भी नहीं आया, but you're placed already. So this is the reality. And yeah, I mean, most probably you will end up in this role only because you will keep moving up in this role. So this is the importance of summer internship and summer placements, my dear friend. गाइज अभी के सेगमेंट में हम 2 स्टूडेंट्स के साथ हैं who've got their final placement, so they're placed. Congratulations for that again. She has got a marketing placement, not a sales placement, a proper marketing placement, and he's got an operations placement. तो यार जब I'm lucky enough to talk to them, I will ask them कि इन्होंने कैसे, स्पेशली इन्होंने कैसे मार्केटिंग रोल क्रैक किया. ऑफ कोर्स आपने भी कैसे ऑपरेशंस रोल क्रैक किया. अगर आप में से किसी को मार्केटिंग ऑपरेशंस करना है तो वो कैसे टारगेट कर सकते हैं इन रोल्स को एंड देन गेट प्लेस. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू टेल अस योर कंपनी, योर रोल एंड योर सैलरी इफ यू वांट टू.
Hi, my name is Dhwani Doshi and I'm currently placed at Everready Industries, and it is an FMCD company with a package of 15 lakhs per annum.
Wow.
Which is the highest package of a college. And my position here will be as a management trainee for the first year, and it is all about some office work and market visits across India. And after the first year we will be designated as a product or a brand manager or maybe a sales manager, but this is completely a marketing role, so maybe a product or a brand manager.
तो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, आपने बोला FMCD.
Yes.
तो a lot of people might not know. 2 questions. What is FMCD? How is it different from FMCG?
Yes.
And why is FMCD marketing so sought after?
FMCG is fast moving consumer goods and FMCD is consumer durables. So we are Everready is all about durables, battery, alkaline batteries and flashlights. Now they have extended to commercial lighting and domestic lighting, all about durables. So this is an FMCD, and FMCG is consumer goods which we use in our day-to-day life.
Why are these sought after?
Sorry.
लोग इसमें क्यों जाना चाहते हैं मार्केटिंग में? है ना कि
क्योंकि मार्केटिंग में ये सब में वी विल हैव अ लॉट ऑफ ब्रांडिंग पर्सपेक्टिव, मार्केटिंग पर्सपेक्टिव, सेल्स पर्सपेक्टिव भी रहते हैं, बट अ लॉट ऑफ मार्केटिंग एंड ब्रांडिंग पर्सपेक्टिव. सो पीपल ट्राई टू गेट अ मार्केटिंग रोल इन एन FMCG और एन FMCD कंपनी.
परफेक्ट. मैं बताता हूँ अपना भी पर्सपेक्टिव. जनरली इन FMCD कंपनीज ये फास्ट मूविंग है, मतलब इनमें सेल्स क्वांटिटी का ज़्यादा होता है एज़ कम्पेयर टू से आप बैंक में जाओ या आप मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में जाओ. सेल्स तो हर जगह किसी चीज़ का होता है, सर्विसेज में भी सर्विसेज सेल्स होते हैं, बट सिंस देयर आर सो मेनी फास्ट मूविंग सेल्स, देयर सो मच ऑफ मार्केटिंग एफर्ट, ब्रांडिंग एफर्ट गॉन. आप देखोगे जितने भी एडवर्टीजमेंट कंपनीज एडवर्टाइजिंग होता है, मार्केटिंग होता है, पहले इनका ज़्यादा होता था, ई-कॉमर्स का ज़्यादा होने लग गया है, विच इज़ वाई यू लर्न अ लॉट. जितना ज़्यादा प्रैक्टिस करोगे उतना लर्निंग होता है. द डॉक्टर्स विच प्रैक्टिस मोर आर द बेस्ट डॉक्टर्स. सिमिलरली द मोर मार्केटिंग शी डज द मोर शी लर्न, एंड विच इज़ वाई इट इज सॉट आफ्टर. जनरली मिलता नहीं है ये रोल. आई एम वेरी हैप्पी फॉर यू कि आपको रोल मिला. आपने इंटरव्यू के लिए कैसे प्रिपेयर किया? इंटरव्यू में क्या पूछा गया? मतलब अगर किसी को मार्केटिंग चाहिए तो व्हाट इज़ मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट, मार्क्स या कुछ और? ये आप बताओ थोड़ा.
Actually, for preparing, our college has also set up some preparatory sessions for us. But if I tell you from my personal experience, it is not only grades what you get or marks what you score at your academics or anything like that. It is all about what domain knowledge you carry and the way you carry yourself. Your executive presence is most important here. So how you answer your questions, your confidence is a must here. So yes, domain knowledge and executive presence is a must while giving an interview.
Understood. आप ये बताओ आगे, what is your role? What is your salary first of all?
I have been placed in Genpact with the role of functional consultant in the Oracle domain. So my roles and responsibilities in the particular role would be assisting the clients. Basically, I have to provide business solutions based on Oracle, develop training modules. My role would also entail ensuring that the operations of the company as well as the client I am dealing with, they are happening seamlessly and properly.
मुझे आप ऑपरेशंस का बताओ. इन्होंने बोला कि एग्जीक्यूटिव प्रेजेंस इंपॉर्टेंट है, थोड़ा डोमेन नॉलेज इंपॉर्टेंट है. ऑपरेशंस में इफ समवन वांट्स टू गेट इनटू, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल व्हाट शुड दे डू 2 years in B school? How the interview looks like and इंटरव्यू कैसे क्रैक होता है?
So basically, one of the major part of any technical company or technical role is the aptitude test. Along with that, we also had a psychometric test. So for the aptitude test, it is general, like we prepare for CAT, it's logical, then the reading test, the English proficiency and all. So you have to be proficient with that. At least you have to know the basics of the mathematics that you are doing, or even during the course curriculum, like if we consider the operations management as a subject, so a lot of small like basic mathematics is involved, so you need to know that.
So salary बताओ आप अपना.
हाँ, so my salary is 10.7 LPA.
ग्रेट. सबका 10 से ऊपर की सैलरी दिख रही है मुझे. एक मुझे ऑपरेशंस के लिए पूछना है. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आपने अपना रोल बताया, पर आपका नॉर्मल प्लेसमेंट के बाद कैसा रोल रहेगा? फॉर एग्जांपल आप किस टूल्स में ज़्यादा काम करोगे? हाउ विल अ डे लुक लाइक? एंड क्या ऑपरेशंस थोड़ा टेक्निकल, लाइक इज इट मेंट ओनली फॉर इंजीनियर्स नॉट फॉर नॉन इंजीनियर्स? कुछ लोग मुझसे पूछते हैं कमेंट्स में. ये 2 चीज़ें आप बताओ.
So basically, Oracle is a very technical part. It does not mean that if you are a non-engineer, you will
can't
not get the job. Obviously, as an MBA student, even if we learn these subjects in our course curriculum, definitely the company will provide a very detailed training, so we can gain out of that. So it's not necessary that you need to be an engineer to crack the role, but definitely if you are an engineer, considering the aptitude part, you are doing mathematics for a long time, so that would be an extra advantage for you, or maybe it would be easy to crack the interview and get into the process.
आप ये बताओ, मार्केटिंग में, सेल्स में तो जनरली 70-60% बहुत रोज़ घूमना होता है, ऑफिस कम होता है. आपके में कैसा लगेगा अगर आपको अभी आइडिया है या नहीं है? हाउ मच विल इट बी ट्रैवल एंड हाउ मच इट विल बी ऑफिस रोल?
It will be a mixture of both actually.
Okay.
So because as we are freshers and we got into such an FMCD company, they will make us
Market
learn and
visits.
explore everything. Like market visits देंगे, GT, MT market visits will be
GT,
there.
MT जैसे?
GT are the general trades
Okay.
and MT are the modern trades. So
Okay.
we have to go to the market visits. We have to know about a product and how a consumer is perceiving of a product. And in office work will also be there regarding marketing, branding, and doing some e-commerce thing, that how customers perceive of a product online also.
अंडरस्टूड. ऑपरेशन तो इट मस्ट बी एन ऑफिस रोल ओनली. क्या आप क्लाइंट्स के साथ डील करोगे, क्या होगा?
Yeah, it would be since it's a consulting role, so mostly in office I have to talk with the clients, understand their issues, provide resolutions for the issues, and if there is any major issue or major need, maybe I have to go physically to the place or handle that
offices.
situation. Otherwise, it's office.
तो आपका ऑपरेशंस कंसल्टिंग रोल है.
Yeah, correct.
थैंक यू सो मच फॉर दीज लवली आंसर्स एंड एनलाइटनिंग द व्यूअर्स कि कैसा रोल होता है मार्केटिंग ऑपरेशंस में.